Alright, today we're going to attempt fire. We're going to use a ferrocerium rod. This is the cheapest thing you can find on eBay. Well, to do it, you just strike this rod. Anything will work as long as it's harder than the ferrocerium rod itself. This is a rock with a little quartz. It'll throw a spark. Piece of glass. Steel knife. Stainless steel knife. Stainless doesn't work as good as the steel, but it'll still create a spark. The best way to do it, from what I can tell, you want to hold the knife at a little bit of an angle on the backside so that it's kind of digging in a bit, and then pull the rod away from the knife or whatever you're using for a striker, be it a rock. Now, the most important thing with getting a fire going is your tinder. What I'm using today is part of a cabbage palm tree, the hairy stuff that grows on it and part of the frond. We're going to cut it up and bust it up into little pieces, because the smaller it is, the better it's going to work. What that does is it creates more surface area and allows more oxygen, which creates a hotter fire. We're a little windy today, so let's see what happens. But we got to process this down. Let's see, trying to get it as thin as I can. Break it up. Smaller is better. Try to expose as many fibers as you can. Roll it around. Break it up. What we're going to do is build what they call bird's nest. Leave some bigger stuff in there too, just because once it gets going, it'll burn a little longer. Hopefully that should be good enough. Tear this up a little bit. Shouldn't have to process it down too much because it's pretty hairy. That's going to be a small one. Normally you'd want a much bigger bird nest because it'll give you more time to work with it. But all we're trying to do is get one started. Pick that stuff up with it. Mix it in. Not the prettiest, but again, we're not really trying to build a raging fire. We're just trying to get ignition. The finer stuff we'll throw on top. couple of little tricks. If you take your ferrocerium rod, whether you can see this or not, but if you scrape it real slow and easy, you can actually flake off chunks of it. If you go fast, she'll spark. Flake some of that off. Truthfully, with this material, hopefully we shouldn't really need it, but we'll do it anyways. As you can see, you got some flakes. Then, when it sparks and hits that, that'll also ignite. Throw a little more of this dust down in there just to cover stuff up. Now, when you're using your rod, if you hold it at just a bit of an angle, pull back on the rod, keep the knife where you want it. Yeah, she almost went. There it goes. Yeah. Trying. A little windy. There she goes.
Here's the most important video. How to light a fire while a bear is attacking you.
Definitely had a bear attack. And there, finally went.